I have found an insane abomination that is beyond anything you have seen yet. Today I have a whole host of creatures. There are so many epic creatures in today's video, you definitely don't want to miss any of them. Like this thing right here, an average ordinary creature with a nice big chomping mouth. Wrong, it's a scorpion and it's insane. Not only that, but it flies through the air. It's not enough to just pincer things, but to literally walk on them and crush them with your giant mechanized body. The unfortunate thing is that it doesn't seem to actually use its stinger all too much. Oh, I took off the jet boosters and now it's just shanked and eaten some guy. It's nothing quite like watching this occur. What in the world? Have we ever seen this before? Before we get any further into today's video, these gigantic mouth-wielding polar bears say subscribe to the channel because only like 12% of you guys are subscribed. And if you do, you get to watch crazy things like this where they fight against a big gigantic mechanized undead skeleton with big gigantic spinning blades of doom. Here it goes. Oh, and it's got flamethrowers. Oh yeah, let's just add in the flamethrowers while we're at it. No big deal. The thing with a pack of polar bears is that they have an insane ability to push things around, potentially off the edge, while this thing generates insane amounts of smoke from its flamethrowers. I wonder what polar bear tastes like. Every time we use flamethrowers and it barbecues something, it just makes me question, how does things taste? Question, do you know what's better than something with a couple spikes all over its body? Something that's covered from head to toe in these insane spikes? Now this should be entertaining because I'm hoping that they all wind up getting spiked along its body. Oh, it just straight up ate that guy. Look at them all getting spiked. This is crazy. Look at how many guys are on its mouth. I have never seen this before. I've only ever seen 2 or 3 things get stuck on at once, not like 20 things. As gruesome as this may be, this is very... Oh, jeez. I totally forgot that it did that. Just so many spikes. Could you imagine some kind of creature like this? It'd be terrifying. Goodbye. Someone made something for me, and it's absolutely menacing. This thing is called the Entak Menacing Nightmare, and it kind of resembles somewhat of some kind of bear or something like that, and it's got spiky claws, but it also has a very unique feature. Something that should terrorize all of those coward culls. And are these little tiny bodies in here? They are. Anyway, it has a nice ability, a nice feature. It's this big, gigantic, spike-bladed sword of absolute terror. And there's flamethrowers even. I'm pretty sure that I didn't put enough things in. Oh, apparently this sword will slash at its opponents. So let's see what happens. This thing is crazy. Look at how crazy this thing moves. It's got these little like torsos attached to everything, and it's just created this weird looking slinky dog thing. What are you trying to do right now? Get the thing underneath you? Look at it slashing that sword. Well, it definitely has trouble actually hitting things that are up underneath it, but it sure is. Whoa! It sure is crazy to watch it fling that spike thing around. Well, it doesn't really work out too well at actually taking things out because things keep getting stuck underneath them. So I wonder if we put in something a little bit larger, like maybe this guy right here, if we'll actually see a little bit more action, because we're having a little bit of problem with them actually hitting stuff. So I just want to see him swing that sword thing around like violently. Look at what happens to him. He's just like glitching out to no end. This creature is crazy. Whoa! This next creature is even more epic than I originally thought. This thing is called, look at how cool that looks. It's called the Lion Mane something or other Saurus. It's got this big epic mouth here. It doesn't need that laser. Then it's got all these spikes along here, this big giant club tail. But this is like the coolest looking thing on it. And I'm very curious to know how it works. They're like big chains. That's so cool. With big old spiky maces of doom. Oh man, I hope they fling out. I don't think they're going to though. And these big gigantic like hands up here. Let's see what happens. I'm so curious to know what's going to occur. Why does it have the laser? That seems so like out of sorts for what it actually is. They kind of move. Those little things kind of move around. Maybe he'll be better if we give him like larger targets to hit. Just as a scale comparison, look at how much bigger he is than these things. This is a massive creature. He has a huge mouth too. I love it. I want to just see these spike club things on the side. Just hit one of them though. I don't think. Oh, there we go. You're right in the face. It's just like it doesn't actually move towards him. It just is there and it kind of moves back and forth. So it does work. Oh, he got him already. That's a cool creature. African safari animals. I have a pretty amazing creature for you to fight against. Someone has created an epic dragon. It's called White Death. Look at this thing. It's like a mechanized dragon, and I really like this head and the way the teeth are. That looks so cool. So we're gonna see what happens with it's such a unique shape too. About to see what happens. I don't know, does it have a laser? It's got a laser. Okay, I was gonna say, how in the world is it gonna fight if it doesn't have a laser? It sort of flies. Oh, look at this. It was like chained up. It broke free. That's cool. I like the lore there. Little bit of lore. It's got, oh, I didn't even realize it's got like a split tail and it's got lasers on his tail too. That's cool. I think what I like about this thing is that it's so different than what you usually see for the shape of a dragon. You know, like they're kind of low to the ground. This is like a kaiju Godzilla looking form. I like this thing a lot. This next creation is like the ultimate abomination. And I can safely say that I have never seen anything like this in this game. There are so many things going on with this that I don't even know where to begin. It's called Falcon Theist. It is the god of falcons. I don't even know who made this and how did you even do it. There's so many things going on with this thing. It's got 3 heads, all that are gonna definitely work. Split jaws and these crazy spikes all over it. Big old giant arms all over the thing, colors galore, jet boosters and shields, multiple like tentacle tail things with lasers on them. Whatever the heck this thing is up here, I don't even know, but there's just things everywhere. And then MGs and flamethrowers, missiles and rockets. This thing is beyond anything I've ever seen in this game. I know I say that a lot, but honestly, I have no words. I have no words for this thing, nor do I even, okay, it's got 3 lasers coming out of each mouth. I was gonna say, nor do I even have any idea what's gonna happen, but as we can see, clearly destruction and absolute chaos. I can't even put more in than that because there's so many things on this thing that my old GTX 980 can't handle it. I've surrounded this thing with all aquatic creatures in hopes that they'll fly up and avoid some of the attacks, just so we can see what happens when things get close. Mutant megalodons galore. It's still destroyed. Look at all the heads just moving all over. Nothing can even get close to this thing. This is like one of my favorite creations of all time, just because it's so crazy. Well, I don't know what more can be said about this. It's falling over on itself. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. This thing is just awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. Click one of the 2 videos you're about to see. See you guys in the next one.